Hello and welcome to Mock Productions. You are here with me, Matthew, and we have some extremely exciting news for Skylanders Imaginators. Guys, we have been waiting a long time for a massive update. And this is probably going to be a pretty big update. It's probably going to be the biggest amount of characters to be shown off so far. Boy, is this awesome, and it's just so cool. So basically, what this basically is there is basically a picture going around at the moment of a magazine. I believe it's called Bang or Boom, one of those, something like that. It could be, but it's been posted. It was on Dark Spyro. Saw about it. I've had subscribers telling me about this as well. So a massive thank you to all of them. And of course the person who placed this up in the first place, because boy is it very interesting. So without further ado, let's actually have a look at the picture that was posted. So this is the picture that was posted, and in first sort of looks you'll be like, yeah, I recognise some of these. You know, we know about Hoodsicle now, we know about Taekwon Crow, Ember, Dr. Crankcase, Chop, Scotch, Ambush, Golden Queen, Wolfgang, but then you're probably thinking, who are those others? Some names might be very familiar. Others, you might think they're brand new. That's because they are. They have released a lot of information, and I mean a lot of information. I believe now we've practically got mostly all of them, but there is one element in particular which has barely had any at this moment in time. So we'll have to just wait and see as to what is going to happen with that one. But we have some very interesting ones. We'll be going through it a little bit more clearer. But let me just show you this one as well. This is a sort of flat sort of image of it. So the new ones in particular, we have Airstrike. We've never heard of that guy. He looks very awesome. Mysticat. Now we have heard of that one. I brought it up in a previous update with, I think it was Mysticat's tail that will be unlocked. That one looks very cool. We've also got Starcast. That guy looks rather mysterious there, so I'm pretty interested to see what that one is going to be like. Making our way down to the next one, which is Boom Bloom, and I love the look of this. I would say it's probably a female character. It looks kind of female, but I just love that sort of almost like artichoke hair. And I don't know what sort of head it is, but I mean, it could just be a random head, but I think it could be a sort of vegetable type character that blooms, so like the plant or like the flower that comes from the plant / vegetable blooms over time. So I think the artichokes are a hair. Maybe it's cabbage as a head, I don't know, but that looks really cool. Pit Boss, again, looks extremely awesome, a very awesome name as well. And a very interesting one. We will have some up-close pictures of these guys, so don't worry about that. We've also got the Chompy Mage, so he is confirmed now to be a life villain. That is extremely good news. Wolfgang, of course, we've seen before. We've got Flare Wolf there, which is looking amazing. So obviously it's a wolf character of the fire element, and it looks amazing. It really does look so cool. We then have Aurora, which I believe a lot of people were referencing as a younger Eon, or Eon's sister / child / daughter, whatever you want to call it. But Aurora is there, looks very Eon-esque, I have to say. And then lastly, we have Grave Clobber, which I'm extremely happy to see. And if anyone is really like into their Undead characters from Trap Team, then you've practically got a full set here of having Wolfgang, Grave Clobberer, and Hoodsicle. They're all undead, but some of them have been reassigned to different elements. So that is very interesting. Now, also on Dark Spyro, there is this, and I have to say I love this each year. They do it every single year. They do this sort of sheet for people to have a look at, and you can sort of look through it and think, right, look, we're missing this one, and this one. And it does come in very handy. Now you can see that at the moment the life element is the highest amount that have been all revealed now. We've got 4 characters on the life sheet, or at least on the life side. One light, 1 magic, 1 tech. We do have, though, that Pinata. No picture, no pictures of the figure or anything like that, but apparently it is to be confirmed. Bad Juju, of course, is written there. We're still waiting for the figure to be shown. We've also got Grave Clobber. Look where he is, and I like this. He's now a water element character. I find that very interesting how they've put him up there. But it's really cool. It's really cool that they brought that back. So we've only literally got one more villain left, and that is for the light element. I don't know who it is, but here's the thing. What do you guys want to see as that last light element? Bearing in mind it's light, and bearing in mind that we've already had a Taekwon Crow change, we've had the Grave Clobber change, the Hoodsicle change. It could be anyone. It really, really could. So let me know what you guys think. Could it be Chef Pepperjack turning to the light? Who knows? It could be, but we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. But yeah, I really like this sheet. You know, it definitely helps. You can sort of just cut it in half, except the light part, but you can cut it in half, check out what's going on, and it just comes in really, really handy. But anyway, let's have a little look at these different characters, not in more detail, but just a little bit more on their own. So first up we have Airstrike. Now, of course, he will be part of the air element. He looks really, really cool. He's sort of got whiskers in a way coming out of the side of his face. This sort of helmet, which makes me think he's going to be some sort of pilot. With a name like Airstrike, it definitely sounds like he could be maybe like a World War II plane fighter sort of thing going on there. He looks as if he's got fur on the back of his hood/jacket thing going on there. So that'd be pretty cool to see him actually in figure form to understand why he's called Airstrike. But from what I can see, he looks like a pilot, and also the name gives that away. So yeah, I like the look of him, and he looks like fun. I hope his facial expression is like that, because it's a very fun sort of facial expression. Next one we have Aurora. She's from the light element. I think that's pretty much guaranteed. It looks very much light element. Even there's an Eon on her chest, it looks like. So that is going to be very interesting. And if she's ever going to have some sort of backstory, which a majority of them have, if not all of them, then hopefully it's going to mention about Eon, and maybe it's his cousin or family member. Let's just put it as a family member. It's got to be. For her to have Eon on her chest, it's got to be. Must be. But yeah, I'm liking the look of that one. We've got Grave Clobber. Obviously, like I said, he's in the water element now. I can't wait to see a figure of this. I don't know what sort of... I mean, isn't there one, not Clobberer, but it's like a... Is it Brawler? I bet you he might be a Brawler, I'm pretty sure. But then that'd be two waters in the Brawler. I think Kingpen is a Brawler already. But we'll have to see how they play it. They could give him guns or something and make him a quick shot or something. But yeah, we will have to definitely see what's going on there. Of course, next we have Mysticat, which doesn't look like a cat in this picture. And I'm wondering whether this could be a female character. I've just got that sort of inkling. The face is sort of very aggressive and masculine, but then you've got the hair, the pinky purple look, so it makes me feel as if it could be a female character. But like I said, it doesn't really look 100% like a cat. On to Boom Bloom. I love that name, it's so cool. And like I said before, I think this is going to be a female character. Not too sure what that head is though. It could be a pea. Actually, thinking of it, it could be a pea, like a from a pea shoot. But I definitely think that sort of hair bunch looks like an artichoke. So we'll have to see what's going on there. And I'm liking the look of this, but we'll have to see what the battle classes are for these guys. Of course, that hasn't been revealed. It's just the elements, their names, and what they look like, which is amazing news. Of course, the Chompy Mage. We all know what he looks like, we all know what he sounds like, and it's so awesome to finally know that he is going to be coming back and joining us on this adventure. It's going to be amazing. Hopefully we can turn him into a Chompy and you can jump around as a Chompy, a massive one, maybe even go into magma form. Maybe that's going to be an upgrade path. Of course, he's going to have a staff. So, isn't there like one called a sorcerer? I think there is. So I think he must be a sorcerer. He's got to be, with a staff and everything. And maybe... weren't we talking about the staff and how we thought it was either going to be the Chompy Mage or Double Trouble? It looks as if that's what we might get from the Chompy Mage when we put him on. Who knows? We'll have to see. Pit Boss. Now, I like this guy, and expanding the picture makes you see this guy a lot more clearer. In a way, he's very much like a hooded snake, which is awesome, really, because I kind of like the name, and as much as I think, why has he got that name, it kind of is really awesome at the same time. Having a name with boss at the end of it is just so cool. He's a pit boss. Whether there's a snake in Skylands that is somewhat familiar with pit or boss, maybe it's to do with boa. Maybe he's a boa constrictor, and that's why it's got the BOS. I don't know. The boss, the boa. Maybe it could be a boa constrictor. I don't know. I'm not a massive fan of snakes, really, but I don't know. Cobra doesn't really go. We've had Cobra Kadabra. Maybe he's related to Cobra Kadabra, actually. That might be a storyline that they might go with. Now, I like the look of this guy a lot. I think he looks really, really cool. He reminds me very much of some sort of knight. It's a very sort of mystical undead knight. Of course, he isn't undead. He's dark. And this is the first new character for the dark. Of course, we have already had, what's his name, Hoodsicle. But this is the first new character, and boy, does he look amazing. It's really cool to see this guy, and I really, really am impressed with what this guy looks like, and hopefully the figure is just going to blow my mind, because I really like that gold mixed with that purpley sort of colour scheme that they always do with the dark elements. Of course, last we also have Flarewolf. I'm loving the look of this guy. I hope he's a little small, like, dinky sort of character. He looks to be like that. Something over his shoulder there. Almost looks like a skull or something like that. We'll have to wait and see what that actually is as we carry on on the way towards Skylanders Imaginators. But hopefully at some point everything will be revealed. And I can't wait for more official announcements and everything. Of course, this is official, seeing as it's been printed in a magazine. If it wasn't official, it wouldn't be there. It is, it's there, it's a leak, and it is awesome. So that is very, very cool news. So, I just wanted to talk lastly about what we have left in store in terms of reveals. So, at the moment, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 new figures still to come. We also have 2 that have been confirmed, but no pictures. So that's 8 pictures overall, but yet 6 characters that we need to have revealed. Of course, we're in July. It's at the very end of July now. The game comes out in October. For me, it'll be the 14th. It's just flying by, it really is. But with Gamescom coming up, I'm guessing they might reveal some of these characters in more detail. Whether they push and release all the characters, I don't know. But knowing something will happen, maybe with a poster, and it'll show off all of them. But with them starting to really start bringing them out like this, it seems as if they're going to just reveal all of them, and we'll have the full showcase of everything to come up. So we'll have to definitely see what is going to happen there. But in terms of the information, I am super happy with all of this. I mean, look, we have water, earth, fire, undead, and life all full. They're all full. The only ones left are air, magic, tech. Tech is the one at the moment which needs some juicy news, really. It needs maybe a new character to be shown soon. Just to sort of up the stakes with the tech, because of course we only had Dr. Crankcase, and that was literally only maybe about a week ago, maybe a week and a half. We still got one for the dark, and of course we've still got one villain left to see what that one is. So we will have to see what that is going to be. Oh, and actually, hopefully we'll get a name for that guy on the air, because we don't actually have a name for him. We know he's a Sensei because of that belt. And also he was shown in the trailer with the one up in the top left, that sort of piratey, I guess maybe quick shot, because she's got the 2 guns, yeah. That piratey quick shot, they haven't had names. So we've got about 10 things really to be shown, and then we fully understood all these characters. The only thing we're missing is possibly a massive reveal as to what maybe some of the little side bits are. We know about the racing coming back, but are there going to be anything that fans want? You know, hints, nudge, nudge. What do you guys want to see? But yes, there we go. So, what do you think? So, I'd like to hear from you guys about, of course, what you think about the game now. Are you super stoked? I think this is definitely. You might have thrown like a stick of dynamite in the oven now, because the heat there is like it's getting up to that nuclear point of explosion. We're getting very, very close now to the release. We've got a lot of the characters now, and I think I was maybe in the last one saying we need to have some more characters. Well, boy, have I had more characters, and I am happy now. So that's definitely pulled me over. I've thrown a stick of dynamite into my oven now, so that's ready to go. It's going to explode any point at time. Hopefully in August at some point when we go to Gamescom and get information from there. That's going to be pretty cool. And of course, let me know your thoughts on the new Skylander and what you think. Not Skylander, sorry, Skylanders. I don't know why I've missed the S on that, but there we go. Editing, whoa. About the new Skylanders, and of course what sort of move sets you want to see them, and maybe what battle classes. Maybe list them down below. Maybe list them in your favourite order, like which one out of them is your favourite. Let me know in the comments below. Of course, you can subscribe for more news. A lot of you have been doing that. And as soon as I get the information, like I have today, I'll be posting it straight away, so don't worry about that. And of course, you can rate the video so I know you're enjoying this information and you want to see more. And of course, you are super duper excited for Skylanders Imaginators. And that is it. That wraps up today with some awesome news. So I will leave it here. So thank you very much for watching, and for everyone supporting the video and all the other news updates. But there we go. So thank you very much. I'll see you then, and goodbye.